The truth will set you free, but first it's going to piss you off. One of my favorite good friends, Jesse McPherson, used to say that when he was talking to us. It was always one of the things that he said when he was on stage. The truth will set you free, but first it's going to piss you off. And most of the time, folks, that is totally true. And I found in my life that if you can get over that being upset part when you hear the truth, and you can stay open-minded during that part where the truth is really upsetting you, then folks, you can overcome whatever it is that the person that you're talking to or that you're hearing from is telling you, and actually implement it into your life, take advantage of it. So many people, though, when they hear the truth, they don't want to hear it, and they shut it out, and they're unopened. Their mind is unopened. You know, even in the Bible, it tells us not to share the gospel with somebody who has a hardened heart. So in some cases, you know, in Christianity, in some cases, it's just our job to just soften somebody's heart a little bit. And it's going to be somebody else down the road that actually, you know, shares the gospel. So one of the things that I hope to do here on this channel, maybe a little bit today, but definitely over the long run, is just to help soften your heart. What happened to my camera? There we go. To just soften your heart and open you up to being available to hearing the truth, whatever that is in your life that you need to hear. I say and talk a lot about a lot of different things. And I don't know if any of you have ever gone to church, but have you ever gone to church and it just felt like the pastor, like his whole message was just for you? Like you're sitting there in the auditorium with 25 or 200 or 2,000 people, but it feels like the pastor just created a sermon and he's talking like it's just you and him in a room. Well, folks, I'm a firm believer that that probably happens a little bit on this channel. There's probably times where I'm talking and you're like, holy smokes, does Brad got a crystal ball? Has he been like sneaking? Does he got a camera in my house? How does he know that that's what's going on in my life? And folks, I think it's very important if you start to hear things like that that come from me to realize they're not from me. You know, every day I'm not as I am not as good at it as I need to be, but I try to be, you know, close to God. And I really ask God to help me be a conduit to share things through me to you guys. So when I'm talking and all of a sudden I bring up something, you know, it has to do with husbands and wives, or has to do with how to manage your money, or has to do with, you know, talking to your kids, or has to do with being successful, or has to do with losing weight, or whatever it is that I'm talking about, folks, if it really hits you right between the eyes and you're like, man, that is me. Well, in my opinion, I believe that that's God talking to you. You know, God works in mysterious ways. And I know 1,000% for sure that he uses other people in our lives to talk to us and to try to get us to hear him and what he wants to tell us. And so, folks, with that, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Folks, my name is Brad Varnell. This is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel, and today is Wednesday, man. Wednesday Microcap Gem, and I am excited. I'm fired up. And you might ask me why. Why are you so excited? Well, folks, I'm going to tell you why. Because I woke up today. You know, one of the guys that I really look up to and admire and that I'm looking forward to being friends with is a gentleman named Brad Lee. And he says this all the time. He says, if you are in a bad mood, maybe you're watching this today and it ain't been such a great day for you. If I were to tell you, hey, I'm going to give you $1 million. Like, so if every one of you on this channel that are watching right now, if I told you, hey, I'm going to give you $1 million right now. I just got lucky. I hit Powerball last night for $500 million. I'm going to give all 20 or 30 or 50 of you, however many of you that are on here, I'm going to give you $1 million, and you believed it. You knew it was true. How excited would you be? Like right now, if that would be exciting for you, throw a 1 in the chat. If I legitimately told you, hey, I'm going to give every single one of you that's watching right now $1 million, would you all of a sudden be happy? I believe so. Would you all of a sudden forget about the fact that you stubbed your toe and and you got a little bloody spot on the tip of your sock? Yeah, you'd forget all about that. The fight that you and your wife or that you and your husband or you and your kids had this morning, you'd forget about it in a split second. If I told you that I was giving you $1 million, you would absolutely be in an amazing mood. And after we got off this live stream, you'd be calling people, you'd be telling people about how lucky you were, you'd be telling people how amazing life is, you'd be all excited, dreaming and thinking about what you were going to do with that $1 million. So let me ask you this. If I told you I was going to give you $1 million today, but you didn't get to wake up tomorrow morning, would you take it? Heck no, you wouldn't take it. If I offered you $10 million today, but you didn't get to wake up tomorrow, today was your last day on the planet, would you take it? Absolutely not. So folks, if your life and waking up this morning is more valuable to you than $1 million or $10 million, stop acting like it's not. Quit getting up in the morning and moping around and feeling sorry for yourself and poor little me. Oh man, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have enough that. Quit it. Just quit it, folks. You have to understand that you have been given a gift with this life and this incredible opportunity to have this journey on earth. And your job is to go out and do the best that you can on this earth while you're here, whether that's for 5 years or 50 years or 100 years. Your job is to do the best that you can and to become the best person that you can be. For those of you that have kids, none of you get upset with your kids if they give it 100% and they do everything that they can do and they don't quite, hit the goal that they were trying to achieve. Like none of you, if you expected your child to have A's in school and you had a child that was maybe had a little bit tougher time at it, but that child did every single thing that they could. They worked every afternoon. They put in all of the time, all of the effort. You saw it. You watched them work their tails off, and they went in and they only got a C in that class. When they came home, you would lift them up on your shoulders and you would tell them that they were amazing and you would love them and you would be proud of them, because it's not about whether you get an A or whether you get a C. It's about whether or not you maxed out and gave it everything you had. If you can go to bed tonight and look in the mirror and say, I did it. After Brad's live stream was over, I just absolutely crushed today. I did everything in my power that I could possibly do to be successful today. You can go to bed proud and know that no matter what you accomplished, even if you lost money today, while you were doing it, you can go to bed proud of yourself. It's not about how much you make or lose. It's not about how much you win or lose. It's about continuing to fight and to go for it and to do everything in your power to get to where you want to be in life. And that's why we're on this. I don't believe there's any such thing as retirement. Yeah, people retire at a certain age from their jobs, and I want to be financially independent, and I want you guys to be financially independent. I want you to walk into your boss's office and tell him you can't afford to work for him anymore. But it's not so you can just go lay on the beach sipping pina coladas or whatever, whatever it is. Like, even like whether you like to camp or you go hunting or you go fishing or you like tropical paradises, whatever, I want you to get to a point where you can enjoy the heck out of that stuff. But that is not why God is going to bless you with the success. God doesn't care about all of the fun you're having on the tropical island. I mean, don't get me wrong. He cares a little bit. I mean, he loves us. He wants us to have fun, but God wants you to take the blessings that you're going to have and to multiply it, put it out into the world and to help other people. And so if you're sitting here today struggling and your finances aren't where you want them to be, and you're going through a rough time, it's pretty safe to say that you're probably a me kind of person. Like, think about how often you're thinking about you and what you want and what you need and how you don't have it yet, and you're sad that this hasn't happened, and the crypto markets, have sucked for the last 3 or 4 months. I thought I was going to be rich by now, and blah, 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 blah. Me. And once again, folks, part of the reason that I'm talking about it is that's just part of our nature. You have to choose not to be me-orientated. We are selfish by nature. So believe me, I caught myself doing this just very, very recently. Me. Hey, what video can I make that's going to get me the most views? What video can I do that's going to bring Brad in, the more money? What can I do? Blah, 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 blah. All about me. When every time my focus has been, what can I do to help my viewers have the best life that they can have? What is the best video that I can do for my viewers that's going to help them to make some money in their life, that's going to help them to have better success in their life, that's going to help them to have a better relationship? And every single time, I really focus on you, the viewer. Like, literally, if I did a video and only 100 of you watched it, but it was transformational and life-changing, and really, a bunch of you that watched it were able to come back 6 months from now and say, man, that was the best video that you ever did, and you changed my life in that video. That is so much more important than if I put out some crummy video with some clickbait thumbnail and some clickbait, title, and 200,000 of you watch it, and it doesn't do you any good. So, folks, quit thinking about me, and start thinking about other people. How can you help somebody else to have a better day today? Who can you message? Who can you text? And just tell them, hey, I just was thinking about you today, and I wanted to let you know that I appreciate you and that I love you, that you're incredible, and that I hope you have a fantastic day. Do you realize that that text message could be the difference between somebody doing something to harm themselves and potentially them saying, you know what, man, I'm sure glad that, so-and-so got in touch with me today. That was really sweet of them. That really means a lot to me. And man, maybe my life isn't as bad as I thought it was. And folks, this works with just about everything. If you're struggling with money and you don't have enough, go find somebody to give some to. I don't care if it's $5. Like, you might think, man, you just said it. I'm already struggling with money. I don't have enough. I got bills due on Friday, and I'm not sure where the money is coming from. Go give some money away. I promise you. We talked about the farming example on Monday, and one of the things that I didn't mention, and it's right in the Bible, you sow what you reap. If you are sowing greed, if you are sowing lack, you are going to reap greed. You're going to reap lack. And folks, the quickest way to get overthinking about yourself and just being me is to go out and give something to somebody else, whether it's your time or your money or just even praying for people. There's power in prayer. If you take 15 minutes after this live stream is over and just pray for some of the people in your life that you love, and maybe you know personally what kind of some of their struggles and what they're going through. You know, I don't think I've ever said this on the stream before, but man, I hope that you guys are praying for me. For those of you that love God and that believe in Jesus, it would be the greatest honor if every once in a while you would just say, "Dear Father in heaven, Lord, please help Brad to have a good day today. Please help him to say the right things on the stream today. Please help him to touch a lot of lives. And God, please help him to, have the strength to get through the challenges and whatever is going on in his life." One of the things that you may or may not understand, the devil doesn't attack people that ain't doing anything. He doesn't need to. But when you're a guy like me that's really honestly hard work and trying to change lives, that's trying to improve people's living conditions, and ultimately, I hope 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, there's a lot of people watching this channel that are going to heaven, that have accepted Jesus Christ into their life because of the relationship that they have with me through this YouTube channel. But when you're going for it and you're trying to live your best life and you're trying to help other people live their best lives, the devil is coming at you, man. I'm telling you, the devil comes at you. I'm not going to go into all the gory details, but my wife is 37 years old. And she's going through some health challenges that just ain't right. It ain't right for a 37-year-old to be going through. Oh, don't get emotional, Brad. I know this is supposed to be Microcap Gem Wednesday, and I haven't talked about a crypto yet, but my wife is going through some challenges health-wise that, man, you shouldn't be going through the stuff she's going through at 57 or 67 probably, but at least if you were that old, you could kind of see it. It would make a little bit of sense, but she's going through some stuff. She got 3 hours of sleep last night because she was in so much pain. And so, folks, I need your prayers too. And so if you're maybe a little bit me, thinking about you all the time, pray for me. I'm still coming out of this bull market, looking to gain back and have the financial freedom that I had during the last bull market. But I've been very transparent. I lost that financial freedom in a lot of ways. And, financially, I really went through a lot of tough times. And folks, you're like, well, is he going through any tough times financially still? Well, yeah. I mean, the market is what the market is. I have people that are all the time saying, "Hey, Brad, man, you should have a ton of money. Bitcoin's all the way up to 100 grand." And I'm like, yeah, but I don't own a lot of Bitcoin. I don't look at Bitcoin as my savior, as a way to, make millions of dollars in this market. Now, Bitcoin's a great token, and I think everybody should own some. But I keep telling people that, my own family or people that are close to me, that are like, "Brad, dude, why aren't you living high on the hog? What's going on?" Well, dude, none of the altcoins have done anything, including, even over the last 2 or 3 months when Bitcoin went from 60 in November all the way up to 108, hardly any of the altcoins moved at all. Now, once again, this ain't about feeling sorry for me, but I was just telling you, I go through a lot. There's a lot of days where I'm sitting here in front of this computer going, "Man, I don't want to turn it on today. I'm not feeling it. I don't know if I can give these guys my best. I don't know. These guys might feel worse after talking to me today than they felt before they get on it." But you know what? One of the reasons why I do the good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks, is because that triggers something in my subconscious mind. I can literally be in the worst mood of my life. 90% of the world feels like it's caving in on me, and I'm hurting. And even if I'm not in front of the camera, I'm just driving down the road in my car, if I say that, "Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, infinite crypto cruisers," I can't do it without smiling and without creating a dopamine rush and without creating excitement. You never, ever, ever, except for maybe this one time as an example, I never I mean, never. This might be the only time my whole life that I've ever said this. I never say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, infinite crypto cruisers. Like, never. Doesn't happen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, infinite crypto cruisers. Hey there, folks. My name is Brad Varnell, and this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel, and I am having a great day today, and I hope you are too. In just that 5 or 10 second, boom, I'm in a totally different state. I'm in a totally different mindset, and I'm ready to go. And folks, if you didn't notice it, man, I'm fired up today. We got to go out and do some winning. You know how many people are losing right now in life? You know how many people are struggling financially? You know how many people are hurting? Way more people are unsuccessful and hurting and going through massive challenges in life than there are people that are waking up in the morning that are excited to be alive and that are looking forward to the impact that they're going to have on the world today. Folks, as an infinite crypto cruiser, you should be waking up excited in the morning and looking forward to the impact that you are going to have on the world today. Yeah, come watch my channel, get some motivation, get excited. But ultimately, after we turn off this video, it's up to you to go out and impact the world. And yeah, one of your responsibilities is to get successful for you. You got to get your own finances right. You got to win in the financial game of life so that you can help other people. You know, as much as I'm going through challenges, it's been a huge blessing over the last month or so. My daughter moved here. Well, that wasn't cheap. And in order to get out of the situation that they were in and move here, they pretty much just kind of had to come. And so, you know, taking a little bit of time for them to get on their feet, get jobs, and do the things that they need to do. And I'm so blessed that even though I'm going through it, and I don't know exactly where every dollar's coming through for everything, that I've been able to help them a bunch and going to continue to help them as they get on their feet. My future son-in-law, God bless him, went out and worked hard and just landed a new job. And I'm excited for him. It didn't take him very long at all to get a new job and be on his feet. And now he's applying. He's looking to get a second job. My daughter has a couple of interviews coming up. But folks, if I wasn't in a position to help them, they would have been in a pretty miserable spot, pretty miserable situation. I wouldn't have wished it upon anybody. And I'm so thankful that I'd done just enough, that I had just enough that I could help them, even if it hurts. It's hurting a little bit. Believe me, it's not just like, oh, here you go, here you go, here you go, take this, take that, and, you know, like no worries about it. Like at night I go, oh my God, you know, I could have used that dough for something that's pressing, for something that's going on, something that I really could have used it for. But folks, I'm so glad that I was in a position to help them. So folks, I know that most of you watching this channel have big hearts. You've got people that you love. You've got people that are depending on you. And even if they're not depending on you, you've got people that if you really had the finances that you could help. Maybe you've got a mom or a dad, you know, that's living off of Social Security. And yeah, maybe they've got enough. You know, they're paying their bills and they're eating, but they're not going out and having a nice steak. And they're not able to take any nice vacations. You know, maybe they're driving a car that's paid for because they can't afford a car payment. So they're driving a 10 or 15 or 20-year-old car. You know, maybe you've got, kids or whatever, but you've got somebody in your life that if you had the funds and you could help them, you could make their life better. And that's what this journey is all about. Like, when was the last time you guys saw me throw up pictures of Lamborghinis or Ferraris or mansions or any of this stuff that most people are excited to get rich for? Like, that's not what's on my mind. I want the financial freedom to go do what I want to do with the people that I want to do it with. And if my daughter or my son or my mom or somebody close to me has a need, I'm able to step up and say, hey, I can do that. You know, my church, every once in a while, like they needed carpet a while back, and they did a special fundraiser. They needed $80,000 to replace the carpet in the church. You know, and there's a lot of people giving 20 here, 50 here, 100 there. You know, every once in a while, like somebody would step up and throw, 1,000 at it. And every Sunday, we would watch, they would tell us where we were at, and they finally collected, I think they got to the whole 80,000, or they got most of it, but it was like a several week journey to collect the $80,000. And I thought to myself, man, Brad, you messed up. If you would have done what you should have done during the last bull run, you would have been in a position to just walk up to the pastor after that church service was over and say, hey, here you go. Stroke a check for 80 grand, done. Now take the rest of the money that the congregation is going to donate and use it for something that's going to change people's lives. Because let's face it, having carpet doesn't impact lives, but at the same time, if you want to attract people and you want people coming to the church, sometimes you got to spend money on stuff like that. But I would have loved to have been in a position where I could have just stroked the church's check for 80 grand and been done with it. And folks, I hope that you get to a position in your life where you can stroke a check for 80 grand to the charity or the cause of your choice. But that's what this is all about. And I tell you what, the other reason that it's so big to get your eyes off of yourself and get them focused on other people is, for the most part, even though we love ourselves probably more than we love anybody else when it really comes down to it, most people love themselves more than they love others. It's just kind of also another fleshly thing that's part of our human nature. But in general, even though we love ourselves so much, so often in life, we're not willing to go through the work, the disappointment, the rejection, the failure, all of the things that you have to go through before you actually get to the success. Most people aren't willing to do it if they're only thinking about themselves and if the only person that they're benefiting is themselves. So if you haven't been able to wake up and go through the rejection, you haven't been willing to go through the failure, you haven't been willing to go through the losing of your crypto portfolio, watching it down 75%, if you haven't been able to handle the pain of taking advantage of this incredible bull market that's coming, that's probably a reflection on the fact that you're a me right now, that you're just thinking about what you're going to get, what it's going to mean to you when it happens. And I promise you, if you start focusing on how this is going to change your child's life, how this is going to change your spouse's life, how this is going to change your parents' life, how this is going to change your siblings' life, do you realize the ripple effect that comes from winning? Do you realize that in most people's family, nobody's ever seen winning? Most families just have average and mediocrity flowing all the way through the whole family tree. Do you realize what you change when you step out and you become the winner? Do you realize it? Like, seriously, the change that you make, not only do you change your family tree all the way back up to through everybody that's alive and associates with you, but you start a new family tree. You start a new family tree, and it's like that with money. It's like that with relationships. It's like that with drugs and alcohol. So my dad, as you know, he quit drinking 2 months before I was born. I never saw him take a drink. Guess what? My son and my daughter have never seen me take a drink. My dad broke that curse in my family tree. My grandfather was an alcoholic, drank himself into a nursing home, died at 60-something years old, but his brain wasn't there. He literally fried his brain and ended up in a nursing home. His father drank, and his father drank, and his father drank. Then I watch a bunch of my uncles and cousins and different people that have struggled. My dad quit drinking before I was born and broke that curse. I've never drank in front of my kids. I quit drinking before my kids ever came into my life. And guess what? You know, I've got a son and a daughter now, a 21-year-old daughter that doesn't drink. I've got an 18-year-old son that doesn't drink. In fact, he's very, very against it. He doesn't want to be a drinker, and he doesn't want to associate with drinkers. He doesn't want to have a girlfriend that's a serious drinker. Like, that's not part of his life. And it's all because of my dad, not because of me. My dad broke the curse. Well, folks, a lot of you are living with a curse of financial poverty, of financial mediocrity. And you got to be the one to step up and break that curse in your life and set the example. Show them that it's doable. Yeah, so somebody goes out and says, well, gosh, Sylvester Stallone, he became a movie star. Why can't you? That's a lot different than if you say, hey, I became a millionaire. Why can't you, brother? Why can't you, father? Why can't you, sister? Why can't you, daughter? Why can't you, son? I did it. You know me. You know all of my weaknesses. You know everything, that all of my faults. You know all of the stupid stuff that I've done. You know every bad thing about me. I mean, like, if I can do it, you can do it, because most people are sitting there going, oh my God, like, if that idiot Varnell can figure this out and become a multimillionaire through cryptocurrency investing, I'm going to become a billionaire. That's what most people will think, whether you like it or not. Most people will compare themselves to you, and they will say in their mind that they're better than you. They're smarter than you. They're better looking than you. They are a better communicator than you. Most people, when they see you have success, will go, oh my God, if Eric Bernstein can do it, man, I'm going to tear this up. And, and I'm not picking on you, Eric, if you're here today. Just your name came to my mind. But folks, you got to realize that this game of life is serious. Shouldn't even call it a game. The Super Bowl was a game, and it was meaningless. Like, I love, my brother-in-law is an Eagles fan, and I know that he was super, super excited when the Eagles won. My son, one of his best friends, Ben, is an Eagles fan. I know that he was super, super excited when they won. We've got a couple from church that are dear friends of ours that we love very much. Ricky and Natalie, they're Eagles fans. I know that they were super excited when they won, and that's great. I'm glad that they had fun watching their team win, but that's it. That was the team. They didn't win. So many people follow sports teams and they're like, yeah, my team won last night. Bro, your team didn't win. It ain't your team. They don't know you. They don't care about you. If you were to walk up to one of them on the street, half the time they wouldn't even give you the time of day. They tell you to get lost. They got security guards walking around them to protect them from the public. Folks, it ain't your team. Anyways, but so it was just a game. And so anyways, back to my point. So all of those people, they woke up on Monday morning and their life hadn't changed. Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles, the players on that team and the coaches on that team, their life changed. They got bonuses. They got opportunities to maybe get endorsements and change their financial life in major, major ways. They created something in that moment spectacular for them. But Ricky and Natalie and my brother-in-law and Ben all woke up on Monday and their life was no better than it was on Sunday. So what I want you to get excited about is your game of life. I want you to get excited about doing the things that when you wake up tomorrow, they mattered. They mattered. Don't go cheering for other people and rooting for other people and spending all of your time on stuff that doesn't matter for your life, that doesn't help your kids. I was watching something yesterday. I thought that if somebody said to you, if you have a baby and if you can put $1,000 into the blah, blah, blah index fund, you can put $1,000 into it when they're a baby. And then you just put $100 a month into it until they're 18. They would have, it was, I don't know, like $300 and something thousand. And I thought to myself, man, what an incredible opportunity. But why do it with something crummy like an index fund when you can do it with Bitcoin? Can you imagine, folks, right now, if you've got young kids? I know that Eric has a couple of kids, and I don't know most of your families, but do you realize if you have kids right now that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 10 years old, do you realize if you figured out how to put $1,000 into Bitcoin today, and then you just $100 a month till your son or daughter was 18, 19, 20, that they would probably have a nest egg to go out into the world that is far surpasses most people. They'd probably have, 75,000, 150,000, 500,000. I don't know. It's hard to say. Depends on how old your child is, but can literally, for $1,000 one-time investment and then $100 a month, $1,200 a year, when you realize if you have a baby that's just being born, like I have a granddaughter that was just born on December 26th, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I want to do that for her. because by the time she's 18, Bitcoin's going to be worth, I don't know, 3 million, 5 million, 15 million, $30 million a token. And if I just put $1,000 into a Bitcoin fund for my little granddaughter, Isabel, and then I throw $100 a month at it till she's 18, she's not going to have to work. Like my own son, I love him to death. He's living at my house because he can't move out. Dude, like it's going to take 4 or 5 of his buddies to have enough money the way that things are going today in order. Like when I was 18, I moved out. It was me and one friend. 2 of us were able to afford an apartment and have cars and live our life. Right now, my son would need 4 or 5 people to all cram into one place in order to afford it. 2 of them can't do it. So if you want to really change people's lives, get so rich that you can start putting together a little bit of a fund for them. And okay, whoo, 40 minutes in, we ain't saying anything about crypto. So for those of you that are here for the microcap gems, I'm sorry. I got to feel like whatever I did this first 40 minutes I was supposed to do, though. You know, once again, it goes back to, you know, if I'm praying, if I have a conduit, if it's God speaking through me, then hopefully what you just got was a bunch of Holy Spirit. And now we're going to go ahead and segue into some microcap gems. But I love you guys. I love you, man. I really do. And I look forward. I hope that I get to meet a whole bunch of you over the years. That's why I'm hoping that you get to go to Bitcoin. You know, as we get to the peak of this bull market, I'm hoping to have, you know, like an infinite crypto cruise. And hopefully 10 or 20 or 50 of you, we're going to, you know, plan on, you know, a cruise where we're all going to go on it. Maybe, it, you know, departs out of Florida. We go to the Caribbean for a week. But I want to get to know you guys. Like, you are not just a number. You're not just, oh, hey, there's, you know, number 797th subscriber. There's number 10,000 subscriber. There's number 100,000 subscriber. You guys are not just a number. You guys are people. You guys are humans that have families, that have challenges, that have health issues, that have life. And I want to get to know as many of you as I can throughout this process. One of the best things about this channel are the Tim G's, the Eric Bernsteins, the Dave P's, you know, the Deadwoods, the Pablo Noodles, and I could go on and on and on. But these are people, I don't just talk to them through a screen. These are people who I have their phone numbers. These are people that I talk to, you know, not necessarily all the time, but we are in conversations in DMs and a few of us on the phone and video calls and so on and so forth. These are people that I love. If Pablo Noodles, if old Paul Nalder called me up and said, hey, Brad, man, I am going through something. I need you to pray for me. I need your help in this way. I need your help in that way. I would hope and pray that I could be there for him. It's not just, like I say, it's not just a number on a crypto screen. Now, there's a lot of you that I don't know all that well yet, but you keep coming, and you guys will definitely be around. I haven't been, what's going on with Samuel? What the, I don't understand. I seriously don't understand, Samuel. You know, I asked you really nicely yesterday. I don't understand. How old are you, man? Are you like 12 years old? Drive me crazy. I seriously, I just don't get why people like you. I mean, it's inevitable. You know, the bigger your YouTube channel gets and the more that, you know, more success you have, the more idiots are going to run out. But this is exactly why I need a moderator. So I think I'm going to have Daniel or somebody on my team start to moderate the channel, because I agree, folks. I'm sorry, I was so into everything that I really, you know, wasn't paying, you know, too much attention. Didn't really get to see, you know, too much of the chat and everything that was going on. It's just kind of, you know, kind of crazy, kind of disgusting. There's 6 Samuels in here. Is there really 6 Samuels? How in the world is that even possible? Crazy, crazy, crazy. I just don't understand, man. Don't understand. So we will hopefully not have to put up with him until he creates a new account, but it's just, it is what it is, folks. I will get a moderator in here. So it's drives me crazy, the immaturity and the level of stupidness that people go through. I mean, just how bad does your life have to be to want to come in here and try to ruin people's experience while they're trying to better their lives? It's just, drives me crazy. He is always talking about how everybody was only here for the giveaways. Well, I guarantee you he's one of the people that's only here, for the giveaways. So it drives me nuts, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully he'll grow up. Hopefully at some point in time in his life, he'll start doing stuff that is a little bit more, productive. With that, let's run over to think you should ban them all. Well, the thing is, I don't, so I don't know how to figure out which ones are real and which ones are fake, or how many of them are him or how many of them aren't. It is what it is. We're just going to get rid of them all. One person tries to ruin it for everybody else. But with that, folks, let's get over here and start talking about what's talking about. Hey, Wayne, yeah, I just saw, seriously, we got rid of him at least for a short time. Hopefully we'll get through this live stream, and then, like I said, I'm gonna have to get a moderator on here, somebody that can be kicking people out of the chat a lot quicker than they were today. I apologize. I know it probably a little harder to concentrate on what I was talking about, and that's too bad. Once again, I really think that's the enemy. You realize that the devil didn't want you guys to hear all of that. And so for those of you that let Samuel distract you, I apologize, but at the same time, man, focus. You got a little row of of stuff over here, and then you got me right there on the big screen. Just focus on me, just the same way that I'm focused on this camera. The reason that I didn't see Samuel was because I was so focused on what I was saying that nothing else mattered. And so if you got somebody in the chat that's bugging you, turn the chat off. There's a spot up on top of the chat where you can hide the chat if you need to. So I apologize to those of you that didn't get what you should have out of that last 40 minutes. And I would say, go back and watch it again. Go back and watch it. I'm not sure how many of you are, technically on here, but I see that we got 17 likes. Let's up that like button. If you're watching this and you're excited, to get the information and to change your life, help me to help you by hitting that like button. It's such a simple thing to do, such an easy thing for you guys to do, totally free, but it really, really helps the channel. So anyways, man, I see a lot of you guys are going on. Sarvesh says, thank you for the much needed rant. Glad that you enjoyed it, and I'm glad that hopefully it was helpful to you. Let me see here. Where was that at? The Sarvish. Where was that comment at? Yeah, let's go here. I guess. All right. So let's go. Let's get into it here. Let's hit Plume. Plume is at 12 cents, 12 going on 13 cents. Wow, this is up just about 12% before the live stream started. It's up 18% now. And so this is a token that one of the most valuable people that we've ever had in this channel, Deadwood. I wish I had a comment, try to get up here where he's got a comment. Let me see here. Hey, Deadwood, I like this comment. I absolutely agree with you. So I'm probably going to take a couple of you like yourself and maybe Dave P., Eric Bernstein, Pablo Noodle, some of you that I was talking about. And if you guys are interested in being being admins and have the ability to take care of this, I definitely would be open to that. So if any of you that really know me well, that are part of the Infinite Crypto Inner Circle, want to volunteer and do some adminning and weed out the chats, then I definitely would love to see that. So we'll get on it. But this token right here, Deadwood, is actually the guy that brought this token to us, and he's brought a lot of very big tokens to us. So let's take a closer look. I believe that we looked at this, a week or two ago. We didn't do a super long deep dive on it, but here we go. So right now it's got a market cap of $251 million. Its fully diluted market cap is 1.25 million. So that means that roughly 20% of the supply is in circulation. So one thing that I would be slightly curious about is the unlocks. When tokens launch and they go to the public, a lot of times there's lots of different vesting. You could have a token that maybe gives out, 10% at launch, and then 15% a month for 6 months, which would be 100%. You can have tokens that only give out 5% at launch, and then they only give out 5% every 3 months. Like I've got some tokens where I got 5 or 10% of the tokens when they launched, and then it's going to take me 2 or 3 years to get the rest of the tokens for some of the private sales that I do. So you definitely want to keep an eye on that and have a rough idea of when these token unlocks are going to happen and how often. Now, I'm a firm believer that during bullish cycles, those token unlocks are going to get slurped up by retail, by people investing in the project. So it's not a huge red flag by any means. But I just like to know, like, for instance, let's say that these guys wanted to get all their tokens distributed and out in the market quickly. And let's just say that they did 20%, at launch, and then they were doing, 40% next month and 40% the following month. Well, in that case, if the rest of the supply is hitting the market over the course of just a couple of months, then I would keep a close eye on that, because there's a pretty good chance, especially if you go down here and you're looking at, the all-time high here, the all-time low. So this is up, 46%. So that's not that bad. But let's just say that this thing was up, 1,000% or 10x. Well, if this thing is up 10x, you can be relatively certain that a lot of people, when they get their token unlocks, are going to go sell them. And so you want to make sure that there's some buy pressure, that there's the ability to enough liquidity to soak that up without tanking the price, which it also looks like it is. This is a fairly new token here. Look at this. I mean, its all-time low is January 21st. Its all-time high was January 22nd. I know that Deadwood's been talking about it for 2 or 3 weeks, but it hasn't been around all that long. But look at this. It's already on Mexi Global. It's already on Bybit. It's already on KuCoin. It's like almost every single place that you can imagine you can buy this token. And so this is on Ethereum. So it looks like it's buyable on Ethereum. And once again, like you can see, it's had a little bit of a retracement from its all-time high. It's sitting at 21 cents, 22 days ago. And now we're down to, 13 cents. So that could be a great place to have a little retracement. Obviously, just a few days ago would have been even a funner place to get into this thing, back when it was down at, 10 cents here on February 11th. Yesterday, wow, that's just in the last 24 hours. Yeah, so it's definitely had a nice pump. I like what I'm seeing so far just looking at it on CoinGecko. What is it about? It says Plume is a permissionless EVM chain, an ecosystem that drives the RWA market forward through novel technologies. It vertically integrates all RWA elements into a single stack, including tokenization engine, EVM chain compliance and regulatory tooling, and RWA data normalization. These components work together seamlessly to facilitate the on-chain integration of real-world assets and data. So as most of you probably know, and if you don't, real-world assets and the tokenization of real-world assets is here to stay, is going to become worth billions and billions and probably trillions of dollars over the next handful of years, the next decade or two. Everything virtually is going to end up on the blockchain. The camera that I'm using today eventually is going to be sold through, and it's going to be tracked through blockchain technology. So for those of you that are familiar, with, like knockoffs, like you want to buy a purse and you want to buy a Louis Vuitton or whatever kind of purse, a higher end purse, you guys also know that there's 1,000 knockoffs, 1,000 fakes for every one legitimate, real Louis Vuitton. And folks, blockchain can solve that problem. Instead of having to take the Louis Vuitton and go to an expert and try to look at the stitching and do this and do that and blah, 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 with blockchain technology, you're going to be able to verify that that's a real Louis Vuitton in no time. And it's just almost, and it's so much easier for accounting and everything else. Like, and then, money wise too, here pretty soon, we're going to be in a digital age where, somebody's got a platform and they're selling, restored, old collectible cars. And there's a car in Florida. I'm here in Arizona. There's a car in Florida that I want for $100,000. I'm going to actually be able to hop on the website and go buy that thing in Bitcoin and then have it on a blockchain, have it come all the way back to me. But I'm going to be able to, verify the provenance of it, verify that it's legit, verify that it's got the original engine in it. All sorts of things are going to happen because of real world assets being tokenized. So what am I saying? I'm saying that this has the potential to be huge. And you can see right here, $251 million market cap in the matter of just a few weeks. So let's go run over to their website. And what do we got going on here? So the public blockchain for real world assets, FI. Tokenize real world assets, distribute them globally, and make them useful for native crypto users. You've got the ecosystem, community, and technology here. Seamless RWA distribution, fully end-to-end. It looks like it's already got a lot of traction. A lot of people that are looking to use it. It's got some great partnerships here with Layer Zero, Paxos. 1 million X followers already. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're going to go take a look, at its X. But you guys, all I needed to know was that Deadwood was buying it. And I want to preface that, though, because we always talk about doing your own research. And so that's important. But at the same time, if Deadwood came on here and recommended a token to me, and I had two choices. One was to never, ever, ever, ever buy the token, or two was to just take Deadwood's word for it and go buy the token. I'm probably just going to go buy the token. And folks, that's one of the reasons that this channel is powerful is, thank God, I've attracted some really good people. For whatever reason, some really good, high quality people have been drawn to this channel, and Deadwood, is one of them. So with that, go do your own research, folks, and check it out for yourself. Deadwood would tell you the same thing. None of us ever want you to just go buy a token because we said it was good. But on the flip side, it's also important to have your tribe, to have that small nucleus of people. Like, I get random DMs all the time telling me, hey, Brad, check this coin out. Hey, Brad, check that coin out. And 90% of the time, it's a team member masquerading as a subscriber or masquerading as somebody that's doing me a favor. Or, it is a community member that just owns a massive bag, and they're hoping that maybe I'll go look at it and then I'll talk about it on my channel. But like, literally, I've got a handful of people, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, Deadwood's one of them. If they come to me and tell me that I need to look at a coin, then I'm going to take a serious look at it, and I'm probably going to own some of it. I mentioned Deadwood brought Alien Base, ALB, to the channel 6, 7 months ago, and we jumped in that thing and we got a 10 or 11x on it, and now it's retraced a bunch. We talked about it last week, but anyways, this looks like an amazing token, and just everything that I can see about it. Let's go check out this Twitter. Do they really got 1 million followers? They do. 1.1 million followers, followed by Newson, Alistar, and 55 others that I follow. So I'm only following about 1,200 people. So that means that, 5% of the people that I'm following are following this project too. And so, man, that's definitely an opportunity to get in on a token that's got amazing real world utility and obviously has a big opportunity. 250 million means that 2.5 billion is only a 10x. And as we talked about, most of the top tokens are, at 20, 30, 40, 50 billion. A lot of them, if you're looking at like the top 10, top 15 tokens, and ones like Ripple and those are up in the hundreds of billions of dollars. So this is another Deadwood says here, Plume is partners with Ondo. Ondo is a corporate side. Plume is the retail side. So that's another, I know that Deadwood's been talking about Ondo for months and months and months and months now, and I never jumped in. I never got into Ondo, and I regret it. I regret it greatly. Let me show you why, guys. We're going to do a little trip back through memory lane. If we go look at Ondo, I mean, this is another gem. This isn't maybe a microcap gem. It's sitting at over $4 billion, but I want to show you guys something. Let's look at this one-year chart. Let's go back here into, like May or June when he was talking about this token. It might even have been earlier. It might even have been back here, in February, March. But this token, had an all-time high of $2.14 a couple of months ago. Now, yeah, it's down about 35%, but look at this. It's up, 15x from its all-time low that was showed at January 18th. Of 2024. So about a year ago, this was an 8-cent token. I can't guarantee the exact date that so Deadwood says that it was 42 cents when he found it. So at 42 cents, it already gave you an opportunity to do a 5x. But man, even at 4 billion, this thing has the potential to be, a 20 billion dollar token, or maybe even a 50 or $100 billion token. So can you imagine if you would have got this thing back when it was 40 cents and it goes up to being $100 billion asset, how much money you're going to make? And then look at this, the risk too. Like, it's not that risky to be buying a token that's already at $4 billion. So, man, it's it's amazing. The other thing I saw, Tim, I want to get up here with Tim G is another guy that has been a long-term supporter of the channel and has absolutely done some amazing picks on this channel. I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head what my favorite token that you recommended was, Tim. And for some reason, it's just flew right in my brain in one side and out the other. But we got a gaming coin called G7 that just launched today. It's on a few exchanges. I have not bought it yet. Would like to get your thoughts on it. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if it is on CoinGecko. Let's G7. There we go. Well, not my favoriteest looking chart, Tim. Not my favoriteest looking chart. So, I mean, it does have a $19 million market cap already. And, that could potentially just be, all of the private sale people selling. A lot of these tokens, have a big pump. But I'm curious, like I don't see any pump. So a lot of times on these private sale tokens, they'll start out, let's say that they start out here, right about here where this, first dot is. They start here, and then they usually have a big green spike up to here, and then they'll start to go down, and after, a little bit of time, they'll come all the way back down to their private sale price, or sometimes even lower, and then kind of go across. The fact that this thing just had an absolute massive dump right out of the gate, it does worry me a little bit, but let's take a quick peek at a couple more things here. Obviously, that's not an indication of whether or not it's going to be successful long-term or not. It's not, the most important thing. Look at the markets. I mean, it did come right out on Bybit Gate.io and MEXC and KuCoin. So that's awesome. I mean, that shows some that shows some good marketing. That shows that the team is willing to invest in exchanges and getting it out in front of the public. Excuse me. You've got Weeks here, which I know Crypto Lifer has been talking about and using a little bit on his channel. So it's got some decent liquidity. Now that reminds me, guys, have any of you, do me a favor here, help me out. Have any of you ever used this xt.com? So I'm curious about this exchange. They reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and wanted me to start using their exchange and maybe, you know, promoting it on my channel. And I really haven't found a whole lot of, you know, news, good or bad, really, about it. I've found a little bit, but not enough to really sway my opinion. I'm just curious, while I got you guys on here, have any of you ever used XT? And if you have, did you like it? Is there any of you that use this exchange, xt.com, and actually like the exchange? If you did or didn't, I would love you know, some comments down, you know, here, if you've used this exchange, and just let me know what you think about it. I'm thinking about giving it an opportunity and maybe using it a little bit myself. Like I said yesterday, my relationship with BYDFI is a little bit, you know, tumultuous right now. I think we're going to get it all situated. We're good. The guy that I really need to talk to on vacation until today or tomorrow. So I hope that everything continues to work out with BYDFI, but I'm open. You know, one of the things that I believe in is having choices. So I don't want to have all of my funds on one website. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to limit myself just to one spot. What if that exchange, you know, goes down? What if it has blackout? What if it just, you know, is, you know, isn't available even for a day or something, or even a few hours? It's nice to have options. I'm also in the talks right now with a couple of decentralized exchanges. I've got one decentralized exchange that's really high up on my radar that I really want to, you know, hopefully ink a deal with and get them to be an official sponsor of the channel. And then I'm going to start doing some Trader Tuesdays where I trade off. I'm going to do Trader Tuesdays on BYDFI every other week. And then I'm going to do this decentralized exchange every other week, because I also think it would be great to have some stuff that is decentralized. Wayne, that's an interesting question. I think Brad did not announce yet the keyword for the giveaway. He'll do it sometime in the stream. Am I right, Brad? Well, folks, one of the things that I mentioned the other day, Wayne, was that I'm kind of switching it up. I'm doing new stuff all the time. So I am not going to give out my secrets. There is some possibility that giveaway, or that hashtag truth is the right word. There's some potential that it might not be. And then technically, if you go and look at the original text here, you know, I said, somebody said something and I put in hashtag truth, and then I said, who said there would be no giveaway today? So I haven't even technically announced that there will be a giveaway today. So we'll see. There might be a giveaway. I love messing with all of the people that are cloning accounts and creating fake accounts, and that are using bots, and that are doing things, you know, just for the giveaway. So one of my favorite things to do is to go the whole stream and then let you guys know right at the end of it, oh, hey, by the way, the giveaway was all of my knowledge. Everything that you learned from me was the giveaway. That was the value, and there ain't no giveaway today. So I really love messing with those people. And I'm sorry that you guys get sucked into it a little bit, but I'll announce here fairly shortly if there's going to be a giveaway and how I am going to do it. But with that, let's get back here and look at this G7. Get back here to G7. I didn't see anybody mention anything about that exchange, XT. So if none of you used it, or just none of you want to mention in the chat whether or not it's good. So let's go over here and check out its website. See what we got going on here. Web3 gaming, play games, win rewards. We build and invest in Web3 games and infrastructure. Join the community where both players and developers win. Interesting. So what do we got going on here? This is a little video. I can't play it or else we'll get copyrighted. So I can't play the video, but it looks like there's a lot of things that you guys can check out and take a closer look at here. The Game 7 Portal Quest game win. Meriodic Web3 gaming platform that feels like a game. The more you engage, the richer the reward. So I really do like play to earn games. I know that a lot of times, you know, here in America, some of these play to earn games, you don't really earn enough to, you know, like provide a living or make any serious money if you're spending the tokens as you earn them. But at the same time, you do have the ability to have some fun, relax, unwind, do something that you enjoy and earn some tokens. And then if you're willing to hold the tokens for a few months or a few years, you could potentially make a lot of money. But what I love about the play to earn games is, let's say that you could hop on here and earn, you know, a couple bucks a day in tokens. In some countries, that could be life-changing. I mean, look at all of the people that are willing to do all of this crazy stuff to try to win 25 bucks. And I guarantee you, once again, like, I don't want to be, I'm trying not to be, you know, racist isn't the right word, but in my mind, and maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong and I'm proven wrong, I'll apologize, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that 90% of the people that are trying to scam these giveaways are not U.S. citizens. They're not, you know, United Kingdom. They don't live in England. They don't live in Dubai. They don't live in first world countries, because in first world countries, it'd be such a horrible use of your time. Like, you're using up hours and hours and hours to make 25 bucks. So I have to assume that the people that are trying to scam the giveaways are probably from countries where $25 is a lot of money and it's meaningful and it impacts their lives. Well, folks, you can go make a couple dollars a day with some of these play to earn games and make, you know, $25 a month or $50 a month just playing a video game. That'd be so much better use of your time. Go create a YouTube channel. For all of you scammers out there trying to win my 25 bucks, go create a cryptocurrency play to earn YouTube channel and stream while you play and show people how they can make 50 cents a day, $1 a day, $2 a day playing these games. And not only will you make a bunch of money, but you'll have an opportunity to help other people and change other people's lives. And you're actually going to feel good about yourself and enjoy your life. So that's what I love about projects like this. If it's a real, true, you know, play to earn, and, you know, it says built in close collaboration with MetaMask. Yeah. So, I mean, I really like what I am seeing here so far. Classic gameplay meets the benefits of Web3, market wars. See what happens when we hit join now. So you hit join now and you've got explore quests. You got log in and sign up. Let's log in and see what happens. So then you're going to connect a wallet. My wallet's not signed in, but that looks pretty easy enough. You just go connect your wallet, and boom, you're in here and enjoying the ecosystem. You've got quests. So that this kind of shows you some of the things that you can do for daily quests. I don't know exactly how much these XPs are worth, but you can earn 175 XP here, 965 XP here. So yeah, you know, Tim, I like this. I like the looks of this project, and I've been a big proponent of gaming for years now. I believe that real world assets, artificial intelligence, gaming, metaverse, these are all things that are going to be with us for decades and decades to come. People aren't playing video games less than they used to. If anything, they're playing more. It drives me crazy. My 18-year-old son is a video game playing fool. Like, he plays, if he spent as much time working on cryptocurrency investing as he did playing video games, he'd probably be a multimillionaire by now. If not a multimillionaire, he'd have a heck of a lot more money than he does. That's for sure. I understand, though, you got to have a little bit of fun. You got to have a little bit of enjoyment in life. But let me see here. Hey, Brad, do you still think Centernet is a good buy? Well, that's a great question. Let's go take a quick peek at it. The short answer is absolutely. This is an incredible project. You know, I did an interview with Daniel, the CEO, a few months back, and really fell in love with this project. And they are doing more and more new things. So I'm just going to pop over here real fast to their website and show you guys, you know, trustless protocol for smart DeFi, maximize returns while minimizing risk. But that's just such a little small part of it. You've got Satoshi AI agent powered by the Centernet protocol is now live. Join the waitlist today. They've got all sorts of new things going on. In fact, Daniel just messaged me a couple of days ago telling me about some of the cool stuff that they are putting into place. And I believe that Centernet is probably going to end up being a sponsor of the channel. So yeah, I really love Centernet. I love the team. I love how hardworking they are. I love the fact that they're creating new things. They're not just sitting on their laurels. They're looking into, you know, retail. They've got everything that a guy could really look for. You can see here the 2025 roadmap. So yeah, this is a project that I'm still super excited about. And then you can see here, if you ask me, is it still a good buy? Look at this thing. It's down 37% in the last 30 days. So just like so many altcoins, it got absolutely smashed. Look at this. Its all-time high was $1.05 back in June of 2024 when it launched. Its all-time low here was just earlier this month. So yeah, I would say that Centernet is an awesome token to do some dollar cost average it into, and it's easy to buy. You can get it on KuCoin, you get it on Uniswap, get it on MEXC. So yeah, I definitely would say that it is high up on my list of tokens. And you know, I just realized I've got this new branding here, and I've left it up for the whole stream. I probably should have been popping it up and down. But as you guys, I want to show you the Centernet branding. This is the branding that we used when we were doing the Centernet interview. Man, I've got so much branding here. I think there's some of these I probably need to get rid of. But yeah, Centernet is one of the tokens. You know, here you can see Centernet.com. This is their logo and everything. So yeah, Centernet is definitely one of the tokens that I'm excited about. Dave, we've got a B3 on base from Dave P. So we're going to take a quick look at that. But real fast before we do that, I do want to, you guys, if any of you were wondering why in the world was this UFO up there the whole time, I do want to give you a quick update on this. So this token right here, UFO, thegrazecurrency.com. I want to show this token to you on CoinGecko real quick because this came onto my network, came onto my radar thanks to Daniel, and we reached out to them, or they reached out to us, and we're actually going to be doing a live stream interview with this token very, very soon. So I'm excited to, I think, in fact, it might be this Friday. I think it's this Friday. We're doing a live stream at, I think it's 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. But one of the things that I'm really excited about on this token is that this token is on pulsechain. So pulsechain is a network, you know, Richard Hart token that we haven't really talked a whole lot about, and we haven't dived deep enough into their ecosystem. In my opinion, I think that the pulsechain ecosystem has some massive, massive things going on with it. So I'm excited about this interview for two reasons. One, I'm really looking forward to getting more information on UFO itself. It's sitting at an $89 million market cap, which means that it's done some amazing things. It's done some stuff right here, you know, in the crypto world. But I'm also hoping that these guys, you know, can give us some more insight into the pulsechain network and give us an opportunity to maybe become a part of that ecosystem. And so, as I just mentioned here, market-wise, you can get it just on PulseX, and that's part of my challenge is I need to dive in and really figure out how to take advantage of the PulseX chain and their network and figure out how to buy some of these tokens myself. There's a lot of PulseX tokens. There's a new meme coin called Most Wanted. That's a Richard Hart meme token that's done some amazing things. One of my friends, a guy named Dirty Crypto, has announced it on his channel, probably about a month ago, and it's done, I don't know, a 10 or 20x. And I never got into it. I never bought it because I just wasn't that familiar with the PulseX network. And so I'm excited about this token for a lot of different reasons, for the actual token itself. But I also believe that by getting in there, buying some of this token, learning more about the ecosystem, I'm going to have the ability to take advantage of more and more of the Pulse chain, just their whole ecosystem, which I think is amazing. If we go over here to their website, thegrayscurrency.com, you can see here about UFO. UFO token stands as a pivotal amplifier within the PTGC ecosystem, strategically engineered to foster unity between the Richard Hart ecosystem and the Gray's currency. Designed with precision, the UFO token operates as a catalyst, intensifying bot activity and token volume for both its own token and PTCG. You guys can kind of go through the website here and look at it a little bit more on your own. But man, you can see here that you've got the ability by holding and staking the UFO token to earn rewards. They've got a fees distribution. So I think that's probably a buy or sell tax of 3%. It's rewarded to UFO LP providers, and the following pool rewards paid in PulseX version 2. So you've got 1% rewarded to holders of the UFO token, paid in UFO. 1% is utilized to buy and burn the UFO token. So they've got a buy and burn, and then 1% is used to buy and burn PTCG. So I just wanted to put this on your radar and get you guys excited about it. We're going to be doing the live stream on Friday. They were generous enough to donate and let us do a $100 giveaway. So we're going to be doing a $100 giveaway on Friday for this. And so this is a token that I'm super excited to share with you guys and learn more about myself. Now let's go back here to the comments and let's see what B3 on base, and it's on CoinGecko. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. In the meantime, let me switch this over. Figure, since this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel, I might as well show off my own branding every once in a while, huh? That's my branding. That's my branding. That's the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel's private group. We've got a private mastermind group that you can join. So for those of you that are interested, realinfinitecrypto.com will give you all the details on that. Let's get out of a few of these websites so I'm not slowing my computer down. And B3, right? Not V, Brad, B. B3 on base. Here we go. Wow, guys, this is a long live stream. And that's because I took the first 40 minutes of it on my rant and raving. But I think that first 40 minutes could be more valuable than the rest of this live stream. So we shall see. But anyways, here we go. Up 84% today. Man, I keep looking forward. It's been a long time since I bought a token, and then it went up 84% the next day for me. I'm looking forward to some of those. You just keep buying. You just keep plugging along. It'll happen. But obviously, this is, brand new, or like really brand new. It looks like it launched just in the last couple of days. So it's down a little bit, 25% in the last 18 hours, a little bit of a retracement, but that's because it jumped up, 241% when it launched. So interesting. I'm going to assume that you can buy it. Yeah, you can get it already. Wow, you can already get this on Coinbase? Come on. Oh, wait a minute. B3 base. Like, is this a token by Coinbase? Is this owned by Coinbase? It can't be. I'm pretty sure that Coinbase never put a token, on the market, purposefully, because they didn't want to have to worry about the SEC. But I just wonder, with the current market climate, if they're not worried about the SEC the way that they used to be. What's going on with this token, guys? Let me know what this is all about. I'm going to Coinbase right now. I'm pulling up my phone and I'm trying to see if I can actually buy this token on Coinbase. Crazy if you can. B3, let me see here. Yeah, showing it up 80%. Clicking on it. Holy smokes. Guys, you can buy it. You can buy it right on Coinbase right now. That is massive, massive, massive. Crazy. It's that is very, very interesting, guys. Thank you very much, Paul, for bringing this to our attention. The fact that it's already on Bybit, it's already on MEXC, it's already on Coinbase. I mean, that's crazy. Almost nothing gets listed on Coinbase that fast. So I have to imagine that at the very least, Coinbase is at least a backer, is investing in it, has something to do with this token. Where are we at market cap wise? Already up to a $285 million market cap. What does it do? I got to see this website. B3 Fund. What in the world? So the future of gaming, and there we go. Trusted by Coinbase, Pantera, and several different companies. The open gaming layer, the first horizontally scaled hyper-operable gaming ecosystem built on top of Base. Folks, this could be massive. Base has hundreds of millions of users because of Coinbase. For those of you that don't know, the Base network is basically, Coinbase's brainchild. It's the decentralized version of Coinbase. And Brian Armstrong and Coinbase have invested millions and millions of dollars into the Base network. And there's a lot of us that are firm believers that the Base network is going to be one of the absolutely top networks. We're talking about, Ethereum and Avalanche, Polygon. Those are some of the top networks right now. But I believe that Base is going to probably surpass a lot of them in the upcoming years because like even here, Deadwood was, talking about here, Base is smashing BNB in this bull run. And so, man, I love it, man. Thank you, Dave. I think some of us might need to start figuring out where Dave is getting his research from, where in the world he's finding these tokens so quickly, man. But sounds like I need to find me another YouTuber or two that puts me out in front of some of these. Although we're still very early, it just launched. But it looks like you can buy, you can stake. What do you get for staking? If you decided to stake this baby, what do we get for it? So when you stake your B3, these funds help bring games to life. As a reward, you earn yield in a basket of various blue chip tokens participating in our open gaming ecosystem. We click on learn more. Looks like there's a little video here, which I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm not going to play that video. But yeah, I would definitely. So this is go back here to the original site and then click. So it's b3.fun is this website. So I would definitely ask every one of you that is serious about your crypto journey to take a closer look at this project. Let's see what happens if we hit play now. So we got, earn XP. So it looks like you can do some play into earn. And what's happening if we hit join the fun? Something went wrong. Please try again later. Contact support. I don't like the fuzz. Let's see if we can get rid of that. There we go. I don't know if I gotta sign up for something, what I gotta do to actually be able to play the games. Try this again. See if this, no, still nothing. Okay. Well, we won't be able to play the game, but yeah, we can definitely take a closer look at this. I mean, look at that website, sharp website. And once again, I mean, partners are everything. And the fact that Coinbase is a partner and the fact that it already listed, listed this token, man, what an incredible opportunity this could turn out to be. Thank you, Dave. Tim G says, wow, nice, Mr. Dave P. For what I was talking about, this is the winner. No, man, I think both of you brought some incredible projects. You know, one of the main differences, Tim, is yours is at 19 million. This one is at 52 million. Yours is on a downswing. Dave's was up 84% today. So, when it comes to stuff like this, sometimes I miss out, but I have a little bit of trouble myself pulling a trigger on a token that just went up, 80, 85% in one day. I think I'm kind of in Deadwood's camp where he said, I'll snag some on the next dip. And, if there doesn't happen to be a dip, then I might miss out. But, in a perfect world, at least for me, though, for those of you that have already bought the token, maybe you're not hoping so, but I would love to see this thing, drop back down here to, around, 0.8 of a cent or something like that. I mean, it started off way down here at 0.007. So I guess 0.008 would be all the way back down. Well, it's only at 1.3. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to see this thing drop back down even to just a penny or somewhere in that ballpark, lose maybe 30 or 40% of its value and then be able to jump in. But the fact that I can buy it on Coinbase. I love stuff that I can buy on Coinbase. That is amazing. So thank you so much, Dave. And then, man, I'm excited. We've got a special guest here in the group today. And I want to say hello to them real quick. Where do they go? Faisal. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you, man. So you are with AI Tech. That is awesome. This is a great time to talk to you guys about AI Tech. AI Tech is a company that we did a video on, man, way back in early 2024, before everything really truly exploded. This token has had a heck of a journey. I mean, you can see here on your own that it was all the way up on March 13th of 2024 to 49, going on 50 cents. It's retraced its all-time low in September, later in 2020, or excuse me, this was in September of 2023, was 1.2 cents. It's currently sitting at 5 cents. And this is definitely another AI project that we really love here at Infinite Crypto. We own this token. This is a token that one of my clients that is a bigger investor that pays me for one-on-one coaching. This is a token that I've helped him get into, that he holds a big bag of. And so let's go take a quick peek at their website. And I've always loved this website, man. They got a really cool website, just, futuristic and really, really cool. Sometimes it can be a little hard to navigate it to where you can actually figure out what they are all about. But, AI and GPU marketplace. And so these guys have so much going on, and they're not brand new. There's a new AI company jumping up and raising their hands, just all of every day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, there's a new AI company popping up. But these guys have been around now for, over a year, creating the platform, creating the utility, and putting everything into place to make this an incredible company. So if you click on services here, that's going to show you, you've got the AI token, you've got the AI marketplace, you've got the GPU marketplace, you've got the HPC where you can rent green power, and so on and so forth. If you look at the solution page, this really kind of goes into, this is also something that is for governmental authorities, corporations, So they're not just focused on retail, they're focused on governments and big corporations and that type of thing too. So I'm sure glad that you stopped by today. Thank you very much for stopping by, folks. 5 cents. If we go back over, let's look at this 3-month chart. You can see that this thing popped all the way up here in December. It was all the way back up to 17 cents. And like I said, if you go back out here, we go look at the 1-year chart. Is this the 1-year chart? Let's go back here. No, this only goes back to November of 2024. Why does this thing do this on me? I don't understand why the chart don't want to go for me. Let's refresh this and then go to the 1-year chart. So you can see here, this thing was all the way down to, 8 cents, 7 cents. Not that long ago, you could have got into this thing and then you could have ran it all the way up here where it ran all the way up to this, 15, 16, 17 cent mark here in December and already had a nice little profit. So when I see a token, so obviously this is way back, where its previous all-time high was, and it's had its descent. But when I see a token that when things start to get good jumps up like this, that's exciting to me because in my opinion, now it's back down here because Bitcoin can't decide what it wants to do. But this thing can jump up to 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents almost overnight when the market shifts. So in my opinion, this is a great token. The other thing that I love about this token is it is on the Binance Smart Chain, so you can get it on PancakeSwap, almost no fees. You can also get it on all of these exchanges, MEXC Global, Gate.io, Ascendix, KuCoin. But like I say, if you want to get it on PancakeSwap, you can just go buy it on PancakeSwap and have it right there in your MetaMask wallet. So thank you so much, Faisal, for being here, and love your company. And looking forward to doing some more content on it soon. Hopefully, I know I'm in talks with a couple of people from your team that have mentioned that they might be interested in having us do some more videos for the project. So I'm certainly open to that. If you're part of the actual AI tech team, let them know that we would love to be more involved in pushing AI tech, forward and out to the marketplace. Well, guys, let me see. Stream Elements, your live stream is almost 2 hours. Bye for now. I'm going to go sleep. See you next time. Hey, thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you so much. And so let's do something here real quick. I'm going to go back up here to the top of the chat and let's see something here. So, man, I hate scrolling through all these crummy comments, but I'm going to go down and look real quick here at the chat. I want to make sure that I see here the first. Oh, boy. I'm not seeing, maybe you guys can help me here, but the very first person that mentions a token so far looks like, obviously I got to go a lot of people weren't talking about it up here, but just in case somebody talked about a token in the beginning, I want to, sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out the giveaway here real quick. And so I'm going down here and it looks like, holy smokes, I got to go a long ways. What is up? Sorry, you guys can't see it, but I'm scrolling down through the chat. Oh, and this was a good comment. I like this comment here. My number one goal is to pay my parents' house off. Not worried about me, because in my field, it's hard to find good workers. Awesome. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love it. Where in the world? We got to get, this is crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so here we go. This is the first time that I see anybody in the chat talk about a token. So Deadwood was talking about a token right here, right? Deadwood was talking about a token. All right, so Deadwood talked about a token right here. That's the first one I see. If anybody sees a chat above here, which this was about 39 minutes into the stream. So during the first 39 minutes, this is the first time I see somebody talking about a token. So Deadwood was talking about a token, right? Yes. The next time I see anybody talking about a token, oh boy, let's get on here. Sorry so much, guys, that I'm having all of this trouble. Man, you guys putting in a lot of truths in the chat. That's amazing. I love it. A lot of people here excited about the truth. You know, I said, if you missed it, the very first thing that I said in this live stream was the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Holy smokes, guys. There we go. So the second person that I'm seeing, and I'm going to go down and look at your chat. The second person that talked about a token was Tim G. If I'm seeing, if you guys see something else that I'm not seeing, let me know. But I got Deadwood talking about Plume. I got Tim G talking about this G7. And then from there, I think it's going to go a little bit closer, a little bit quicker. But from there, it looks like the next person that talked about anything was Dave P. Right? Dave P. was talking about B3. That's the next one that I think we're going to see. Oh, hey, Adam, why are people typing truth? Because at the very beginning of the stream, I put hashtag truth into the stream, and people are hoping that maybe I'm going to do a giveaway, and they're typing in hashtag truth because that could have been one of the ways that you qualified for a giveaway. So appreciate everybody doing that, but I didn't announce that we were doing a giveaway today, nor did I announce that truth was how I was going to do the giveaway, as Wayne mentioned here. So people are typing in truth because they love the channel, and they're hoping to they're promoting the channel because they know with every comment that helps the YouTube algorithm. B3 on base, that's the next one I'm seeing. So we got Dave P, we got Tim G, we got Deadwood, and other than that, we come down here, and then we've got Faisal from AI Tech, and I'm not seeing anybody. Yeah, Deadwood was talking about Plume, so we've got the four of you. So we got Deadwood, and we got Tim G, and we got Dave P, and we've got Faisal here. So we got four people that are going to be qualified for today's giveaway. So let's type this in here real quick. Random number generator. And let's see here. 1 minimum, 4 maximum. Let's see here. Actually, Salvation, I did see that, but you didn't get in time for the giveaway, but I will take a quick look at Hive. But we want to see, so we're going to go, Deadwood is 1, Tim is 2, Dave P is 3, and Faisal is 4. That's going to be how we decide who the winner is. Deadwood's 1, Tim is 2, Dave P is 3, and Faisal is 4. Let's see who wins $25 on today's giveaway. It looks like it was Faisal. So Faisal, go to your YouTube channel, and we're going to go down here, and we're going to pull up Faisal was right here from AI Tech. Go to your channel for me, Faisal, and change your bio and put in a MetaMask wallet address either on the Binance Smart Chain or the Polygon Matic network, and you are a winner of $25. Now, I want to give away another $25, folks, but I only want to give it away for the people that stayed till the end and are really true troopers of this channel. So I'm going to give away another $25 here very soon, but I do want to show some appreciation for you coming in and actually showing us or talking about a token. Waste of time, guys. Please don't watch again. Here next time. Bye. Yep. See, for those of you that were just here for the giveaway, okay, I'm right. You're right. You're right. I messed up here. I just remember we got thank you. We got what's his name? Why can't mine? That's the trouble going through here. We do have another one. We got Sarvesh asking about we asked, so we're going to do another giveaway, and Sarvesh is in there, and we also going to have Salvation in here for the Hive token. So let's go back here to this random number generator. We're going to give another $25 out. So I'm going to switch this to 5. Deadwood, you can't win again, buddy. Or excuse me, Faisal can't win again. So I'm just going to switch this to 5. Deadwood's number 1. We got Tim G at number 2. We got Dave P at number 3. We got Sarvesh at number 4. And we got a Salvation at number 5. Let's see who's going to win. Number 2. Who was that? Tim G. So we got Tim G and Tim G 125. And we got Faisal 125. So both of you guys, and this is the kind of participation that I want, and that's why I did the giveaway. The folks that are in here that are actually recommending tokens to us and asking about projects. So hopefully next week, if you're on this stream and you were sitting there and you were a little bit too bashful to maybe talk about a token, you didn't want to look silly, you didn't want to bring a token up that would make you look bad, I would say to show up on the next stream and give us your tips, because 10 or 20 or 50 of us putting tokens out there for us to all look at is so much more powerful than 2 or 3 or 4 of us. But even with just 2 or 3 or 4, I think we got some awesome tokens. I think everyone is probably, if you've got funds, is going to go decide to buy a little Plume after you do your own investigation. That G7 gaming token looks amazing. The B3 gaming token looks amazing. Citernet is amazing. AI Tech is amazing. Let's go look at Hive real quick here. Because I want to give this gentleman, appreciate you, putting this out here for us. So thank you. And so Hive, where are we at here? $150 million market cap. You can buy it everywhere, including Binance, which is kind of nice. You notice there's not a lot of tokens that are showing Binance these days. When we're looking at tokens, a lot of them, we're seeing Mexi Global, we're seeing Gate.io. This one's actually on BYDFI too. So I love that because I can go get my BYDFI on, and I also will look at it. BYDFI has been adding a lot of new tokens to the perpetual side of things too. So we were talking about that yesterday. You can go, trade Aerodrome, you could trade Ondo, and a lot of new tokens on the BYDFI platform with no KYC, with no VPN needed. I don't have the links in the description today. I was running a little bit late. I don't have the description done, but for those of you that are watching this and want to support the channel, you can go to one of the videos previous to this and sign up for BYDFI. I'm pretty sure that we're going to get everything straightened out, and I'm going to go back to sending the winners their money through BYDFI again here very soon. So if you don't have a BYDFI account, it's worth doing. But so obviously this is a great sign that it's available on some top tier exchanges. This is also a great sign. It's not a microcap gem. We didn't really go over a lot of microcaps today, like 10, 20, $30 million tokens. But at 150 million, like a token ain't even really getting all the way started until it hits $1 billion these days. And multi-billion is coming for a lot of these projects. So, this would only be a $1.5 billion token with a 10x in it. And let's see what it's all about, though. What is Hive? So fast, scalable, powerful blockchain for Web3. A thriving, mature ecosystem. Hive is not a shiny new toy. We've been around for a while, grown a thriving ecosystem of hundreds of dApps, communities, and projects. We are home to some of the most used Web3 dApps in the world, such as Splinterlands, PeakD, and Essency. fast with no fees, decentralized, readable wallet addresses, decentralized Hive fund, Hive backed dollar. Let's take a peek again at CoinGecko and look at something here. So yeah, you can see that their all-time high here was right at the peak of the last bull market. So they made it through the bear. They've been around now for, you know, closing in on 21, 22, 23, 24, over 3 years. You can see that their all-time low actually was 5 years ago. So they launched in April of 2020 at 8 cents. And had you been early on this token, like we're going to be early on some of the tokens that we've been talking about, you could have rode this thing out from April of 2020, a little over a year and a half later, you would have been sitting at, you know, about a 40x on this token. And now it's still got 90% of its way to go to get back to its previous all-time high. It looks like it's still going strong. Let's run over to its Twitter account, see what its socials look like. Sitting here with 41,000 followers, another 20 plus people that I'm following. In fact, while we're at it, I'm going to follow this. So yeah, this is definitely, I know that we're a little, you know, we're running a little late on time, and I got to get you guys out of here. So this might not be the most, you know, the most amazing deep dive that I've done on a token, but I like what I'm seeing. And I know that this has been around. I've heard the term Hive, and it's, you know, like it's in my subconscious mind. I've known about this token for quite a while. So I really like some of these tokens that were able to navigate through this last bear market and come out on top and are still working hard. So thank you very much for bringing that to our attention. And it's definitely something that we are going to take a closer look at. Maybe next Wednesday, on next Wednesday's live stream, I'll have an opportunity to maybe take even a little bit closer look at it. But with that, guys, man, you put up with me for almost 2 hours. I thank you all very much. Guys, the giveaway is going to be different every day. It didn't hurt any of you that hit #truth, you know, in the comments the one time. Hopefully you liked. I wish, you know, I'll tell you what, if there was a way that I could figure out who hit the like button, that's who I'd be giving away the funds to. Because, you know, this is crazy. Let's go look at something here real quick. I know we want to get out of here, but to me, this is crazy. Let's go take a quick peek at this real fast. How many? Well, we're up to 46 likes. Hey, that's good, man. I take it back. You guys are doing a good job of hitting the like, man. I appreciate that very much. But that's really, like, if there was a way that YouTube would show me who hit the like button, I would probably do my giveaways based on who hit the like button, because you guys probably don't realize how important that is to a YouTube channel, to the algorithm. You know, the way that we get new subscribers is YouTube suggests our content out to new people, and those that watch it and like it subscribe to the channel. And so when you hit that like button, that works with the YouTube algorithm and gets them sending this out to more people. Some people that don't get, you know, suggested very much, they might only get suggested out to 1,000 people or 2,000 people or 5,000 people, where somebody that's really crushing it and getting a huge amount of likes, maybe they get sent out to 100,000 people or whatever. So it is important, and it's a big deal. And I appreciate you guys, you know, for sending, you know, for hitting those likes and for doing everything that you're doing in the chat. It's greatly appreciated. With that, folks, we will see you on Wednesday, right? We're going to see you on Wednesday for the UFO token live stream. Looking forward to that. In the meantime, have a fantastic day. God bless you all, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.